Hi everybody! I'm going to show you my garden today, family and friends who have been wanting to see it. Hopefully you will enjoy it. There's the dog. He thinks we're going for a walk, so he's very excited. Here's some flowers. Some zinnias, petunias, violas, some other ones growing in there. Some echinacea that is not doing so well. I don't think it's getting enough sun. It's in partial shade. Petunias. And this is a geranium that I just repotted because it wasn't, I think it outgrew its pot. And marigolds I started from seed. This is the front yard. This is the house with our desperately needed to paint front door. And our yard here. And these are sunflowers that Michael planted this year. Right on the edge of the yard that desperately needs to be mowed. Tomorrow night. Alright, we're going to walk around to the back garden here. I don't have much power on this iPad. I'm trying to figure out how to charge it. It's having trouble, so hopefully I can make it through without it dying. This is backyard garden part A, I guess you'd say. This is my zucchini. And there's a couple of zucchini plants in there, but I'll probably cut the other two down and just have the one. These back here are morning glories, and my morning glories on the other side are just starting to bloom. They're gorgeous, and I have green beans in there as well that are just going to kind of grow up this trellis that I need to build onto. It's going to be tall enough, and back here is green beans as well, growing in this little window box here. Alright, these are my carrots, and had a lot of trouble keeping the grass mulched around them. There's 3 varieties, well 2 here in this part of the garden. There's the cosmic purple carrots, which I'm really excited about, and I think the other one is called Burlingame. They're heirloom carrots. And this is yellow lemon squash, doing really well. Summer squash that kind of looks like a little lemon. And here's my other 3 plants here. And going to the other side along. Here is some iceberg lettuce. I put some lettuce and kale here in the shade. This is a really shady area. So hopefully, this is kale and lettuce. I'm going to have to weed out. No, that's iceberg lettuce. And this is the kale here and some iceberg lettuce. I'll probably just pick the iceberg lettuce and grow the kale here. I had to replant after the hailstorm we had a few weeks ago. I lost a lot of plants, and so I decided to put some kale there. These are my potato plants. And they should be ready to harvest them in a few weeks. They're not really dying yet, but they should be pretty soon, I think. They've already flowered. But there are 2 varieties here. There's the red potatoes, and the back row is the Yukon Gold, which I'm really excited about. And so, yeah, the potatoes. This is damaged by the hail. This is horseradish that was planted here before we moved in. And this section right here is green beans and cattle beans. And I have lettuce and spinach back there, but they mostly have gone to seed. And there's a little tiny lettuce plant that's trying to grow back there. And over here is the onions, who took a major beat with the hail. Some are going to seed, flower, and I'm going to have to harvest these pretty soon. They're not quite big enough, but I don't know how much bigger they're going to get. So I'm not sure what I'm going to put here after the onions. Probably the only thing I can do is carrots and more beans. Oh, let's go back to this bed. Michael did this bed this year. He planted some just random flowers kind of scattered about in the whole bed. And I'm not sure what these really pretty blooms are, what flower that is. Maybe you guys know. There's the red one and the purple one. So pretty. And another purple here. And these are cosmos. I do know that because I started some of those from seed. And they're kind of irregularly spaced because they were just scattered about, and these are the ones that came up. I also planted some chamomile over here, but it has not come up. This is our apple tree. Hopefully we will get some apples this year. Oh, I see some. The birds like to eat them. Gotta figure out how to get them away. And those are our plum trees over there. I passed them a minute ago, and we just had a ton. We have 2 very, very big plum trees that just do amazing. So hopefully in a few weeks they will start to bloom. And this is our pear tree. Hopefully we will get some pears. This is my other side of the garden. And these are morning glories here along the fence. And this morning I had 2 blooms, and they were just the most gorgeous purple I've ever seen. You can kind of see the buds there. They've closed up already, and I have more plants over here. But this is kind of a container garden here. Container in row, a row of containers. This here I just planted some carrots in yesterday just to kind of see what would happen. This is a jalapeno plant, I believe. Another jalapeno. Sorry, I'm not used to carrying this iPad around. These are the only 2 plants I actually bought from transplant, besides my petunias out front. This is actually cinnamon basil, and this is lemon basil. I'm sorry. Really good stuff. I'm not sure which pepper plant this is. With all the transplanting, I lost some of the labels, but I think it's a habanero. It could be either bell pepper or habanero. I'm not sure. This is jalapeno, I think. This is cosmos. I started from seed down in the basement. This is purple basil. I started this one from seed several months ago in the basement. This one is jalapeno, I think, and this one I'm not sure about. I just put it in a few days ago. It's finally getting its tough leaves. When they start inside, they have really soft leaves, and they have to be hardened off in the sun for a while, in and out. This is a tomato plant I just put here. Patrick's hollering for me, so I'm going to have to be right back. Let me go get him. I'm right here. Come out here. Come on. He just woke up from his nap, so he's really sleepy. Say hi. Hi. Yeah. I'm making a video of the garden. Show Maja and Mama and everybody who wants to watch. Oh, I have 5% battery left. I have a little bit more to show you. Hopefully I can. I'm going to put you down, buddy. No. I'm going to be done in a minute. It's hard to do anything sometimes. Tantrum. He's not having a good time right now. Alright, this is cantaloupe. And let me get a shot of the garden as a whole here, kind of. There's 3 raised beds. And I have things planted along all 4 sides of the fence. So here's the first raised bed. This is cantaloupe. Another group of cantaloupe, which I have to thin out. And these got hit by the hail and I had to replant, and so they're a little behind. This is winter squash, acorn squash, actually. And more acorn squash. So in a few weeks, there's going to be crazy vines going everywhere. These are pole beans that are going to grow up the fence. I'm not sure what I'm getting in my camera here. I've got a glare from the sun. So these are the pole beans. They got destroyed by hail, and now they're coming back and they're doing really well. These are pepper plants down here. Just put them in a few days ago. And these cans I use to protect when they first go in for a while against the wind, and they give them a little shade. And if it does storm, which we've had a lot of storms, I just put bricks over the top of them so that they won't die. It's been a crazy kind of last month. June, I guess you could say, has been really stormy. These are cucumbers, and they got hit by the hail, had to replant them. And so they're quite a bit behind too, a couple weeks behind. So hopefully they will continue to grow. There's New Zealand spinach here. They're going to be growing in the shade of these cucumbers here. I don't know if you can see, Patrick's throwing a tantrum. There's some New Zealand spinach there coming up. I have stuff everywhere. There's iceberg lettuce here. And these are Cherokee yellow wax beans here, along here. And along the fence is, I'm sorry for the motion, green beans. And this is my far bed. I have mostly pepper plants here. This is cayenne here, and cayenne again. Habanero, rhubarb got destroyed by the hail, and habanero, jalapeno, bell peppers, spinach, bell pepper. This has been an amazing lettuce. It's called Claremont, and I have about 5 or 6 really awesome heads, and I seriously pick them every day, and they just keep growing beautiful new leaves. It's much like a romaine. And there's also kale here that got killed by the hail, and the aphids are eating them. I'm kind of not treating them because I'm hoping that the aphids will just get on there and not the other plants. So kind of sacrificing the kale. They're kind of out of season anyway. It's a little too hot. This is more peppers in my wheelbarrow here. I originally had spinach there, but crazy weather we had. Lots of snow. We had snow on May 1st. So they kind of went to seed really early when it got hot. This is New Zealand spinach here. New Zealand spinach grows really well in hot weather. My marigolds, I think, are dying. I don't know what's going on there. But this is my tomato bed here. I have 14 tomato plants in this bed, and I have 3 more over there. If you can see, there's some coffee cans. I'll show you that bed I just created about a month ago over there. So in this bed I have, I think, 3 or 4 different varieties. These 4 right here are heirloom desters, and I never planted them before, so we'll see how they do. And I also have some basil growing kind of in between. Let's see if I can get it on the camera. Some basil coming up in between the tomatoes. I also have cilantro. I'm not sure. I, again, mixed up the labels with all the transplants I had to do. I think I transplanted these tomatoes 4 or 5 times, I don't even know, before they finally got out here. But I think I have Brandywine, I have cherry tomatoes, Baxter's Bush, and I also have Amish paste, and I have some kind of heirloom I can't pronounce. It looks kind of Greek. So we'll see what I get here. It'll be kind of a surprise to see what ended up out here. These are a perennial flower. I love them so much. And these were planted here before we moved in, and they just grow every year, and they're just really, really nice. Okay, so I think I've showed you almost everything. Oh, I have carrots in here. I don't know what I planted in here. It looks like lettuce, and I have dill coming up in there. So you can see some dill. And, oh, my peas. I'm really excited about the peas. I've been picking them a lot, and they didn't quite grow as tall as I thought they would. And I think I'm going to plant more next year. I'm not sure if the weather has kind of stunted them. I don't know quite what I'm doing with peas, but I know they've tasted really good, but I haven't had really a lot to put away yet, so I'm going to try planting a lot more next year. This is herbs right here in this container. There is thyme, oregano, and basil, and some more basil. And let's see. Oh, there's the container with cayenne peppers here. And cayenne peppers, they're going to need a long growing season. And so I put them in this big container so that I could take them in at the end of the summer, because I think they'll survive if I take them in and keep them under the grow light. Or maybe we'll get our greenhouse. This is a boat shed that we are trying to turn into a greenhouse. We've already taken off the roof. You can see here, and it's got a lot of amazing light in here. Right now it's just a junk storage. And so hopefully we will be able to make this into, I've got my emergency coverage plastic here. Turn this into the greenhouse. It's really a cool place. There used to be a hot tub here. And so we'll see what happens. Okay. So this is my newest bed. And I have lima beans coming up here. And 3 tomato plants. I had more tomato plants that I knew what to do with, and I couldn't really give them away because I was really attached to them. And nobody really needed them by the time they were hardened off and ready. So here's some more lima beans coming up here. Never grown lima beans, so pretty excited about that. I also yesterday planted a row of carrots here on the edge, so we'll see how they do. But this yellow lemon squash, we'll see how I may have to cut them down. It may just take over this whole bed. I planted them there before I decided to plant the carrots, so we'll see. So that's pretty much it. Patrick's throwing a tantrum, so hopefully you enjoyed my garden. I know it has done wonders for me. It is just a wonderful, wonderful therapy, and I love it so much. Thank you. Love you all. If I can figure out how to turn this thing off.